Welcome, everybody. You are watching Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network coverage of our training camp Cavalier preview for 2025. What a day it has been. Yeah, the young men have been hard at work, coaches working diligently with players over details, and it is really the first big step into a much larger journey. And we're excited to kind of close out our segment with a look ahead to the 2025 season. We'll be talking with defensive coordinator and longtime activities director at St. Thomas More High School, Craig Nowotny. We'll also be visiting with head coach Austin Hagan. My name is Mike Fell, and our technical director Braden Strain and Regan Dewar deserve a lot of credit for a job well done all day long as we've brought you unprecedented coverage from Terra Sancta. And I'm now going to read this message from our friends at Security First Bank. Ready to launch your career game plan? Security First Bank has opportunities for students and professionals. Join our winning team. Apply today at securityfirstbank.com/careers. And you got to have that Cavalier debit card if you don't have one already. Whether you're cheering from the bleachers or spiking on the court, show your Cavalier pride with a Cavalier debit card from Security First Bank. It's team spirit in your wallet. Get yours today. Security First Bank, member FDIC. And we now invite defensive coordinator Craig Nowotny to come and chat with us here on this Thursday evening. Coach, welcome to year number 50 of coaching football under the Friday nights and under the sunshine. I'm just hitting my 30th season around high school football with any kind of broadcasting for most of those years. 50, it is quite a milestone, and I can't imagine where to begin in terms of the stories, the memories, but I know all of us here at St. Thomas More in the football family, we sure are happy that many of those 50 years have been spent here at STM.
Yeah, the journey started a long time ago, back in 1976, when I was at Bristol, South Dakota for 2 years. And then I went to Adrian, Minnesota for 7 years. I was a head coach for 5 of those 7. And I was a head coach at Bristol. So of my 50 years, I've been a head coach 7 years. I went on to 1 year at the University of Pacific, did my graduate assistant work, got my master's, and then ended up coaching 10 years at Black Hill State University in Spearfish. Had a lot of great athletes there. Met my longtime friend and fellow coach Joe Gutierrez there. He played for me and coached with me there. And when the opportunity came, I wanted. He's been with me for the past 21 years. And then the last 30 years, counting this year, have been at St. Thomas More, and they have been a great ride, playing in 6 championship games, having the ability to coach my son for 3 of those years in the Dome was a highlight. So, it's a long road, but I am really, again, honored to be coaching this group of seniors that we have here in my 50th year.
It seems like it's a great group of seniors. We've really enjoyed spending time with them throughout the day today and watching them on the practice field. One of the things about the seniors, and you can't always pick this up with every senior class, but some senior classes seem to be hungry and really determined and have that edge to prove something more than maybe some other senior classes do. I really sense an overarching amount of confidence and determination from this group.
I think the last year making the run to the Final Four and playing winner in that game. And we played winner pretty well the first half. It was only 16-0 at halftime, and we had an opportunity to be up 14-0 on them. But again, you have to capitalize when you get the opportunities, and we didn't at that time. But I just think that run to the Final Four gave these kids a lot of confidence coming into this year. They know they can be pretty good, but then again, you have to do it on the field. You can't just stand back and say, oh, we're going to be good and expect it to happen. You have to put in the work, the time, and the effort, and come out every game with the attitude that it's a new game and a new opponent.
Coach, you've had an opportunity when you're coaching defense over a period of 50 years, including the time you were head coach, as you mentioned. You have seen the evolution of offense in the game of football in such a way where there have to be at moments in time where it's like in 1976 when you started, I mean, could we ever imagine five wide spread? Could we ever imagine RPOs? I mean, there were concepts that were very much on the periphery of the fringe of modern day football coaching that now you find your defensive unit squaring off against on a constant basis. Isn't it amazing what a great game football is? And that evolution has to be part of what just brings you back all the time.
Well, when I first started, it was pretty much a lot of teams played 3 yards, a cloud of dust, and hope they can get a first down in 4 tries. Winner still kind of does that with their wing tee. But a lot of teams have gone to the passing game where they spread the field. So it's a matter of being able to defend those teams with the right matchups when they come up with 3 wides, 4 wides. You have to be pretty sound. The game has changed in 50 years, but again, football is primarily about blocking and tackling, and usually the team that does that the best will be the winner of the game.
That's for sure. Coach, I shared this story. This was I'll never forget this. I think it was training camp here at Terra Sancta about 3 or 4 years ago. We had lost a tough playoff game in the second round the previous year to Mobridge Pollock, and in the second half of that game, it seemed like they kept getting receivers open 5 to 10, 15 yards downfield, and I just remember you coming up to the chalkboard. And you were just saying, okay, you went right back to the previous game, which was about a year removed or 10 months removed from training camp, but you pointed out what you had seen, how it could be corrected, and I had never seen a coach take something from the end of the previous year and work with the defense to learn from the film session or film study that you had taken in the previous year. I was really impressed, and it gave me an appreciation for how you lead the defense in terms of accountability and in terms of understanding it's a constant process to get better.
Yes, that was probably one of the toughest losses we've had here at St. Thomas More because we felt we were the better team. I believe the final was 21-9, but it just is something that we had to correct because we were going to open up the next year with Mobridge. So that's essentially why I brought it up and tried to tell the kids we have to correct these mistakes that we made in order to beat them. And we did get our revenge in the next year, and we did beat Mobridge. So, but a regular season game is entirely different than a playoff game. So that one still stings a little bit.
We're talking with Craig Nowotny, defensive coordinator for St. Thomas More. Coach, you were honored on June 25th in Rapid City at Ramkota Hotel um, as part of the national uh, recognition for coaches across the country that have had a big impact on the lives they have coached, of the players and student athletes they've worked with and coached and touched. And to see you get honored as the National Boys Coach of the Year, that was one of the most awesome things that I've been around in 30 years of doing what I do. So deserving, and I think on behalf of so many people watching, we're just so glad to see you get recognized for your contributions to St. Thomas More and to helping shape the young men that have played for you and have gone on to become tremendous men.
Yeah, it was quite an honor. The process is quite extensive. You have to be nominated from your state, and I was nominated as a candidate for the National Assistant Boys Coach of the Year. Then of those 50 candidates, because every state nominates someone, you fill out your career resume, basically. So I started clear back in 1976, so I have had a lot of years as an assistant coach, and it also includes being an assistant in other sports. I've been an assistant in basketball, baseball, wrestling, so I've had a lot of years as an assistant. And then they narrow that down to 8 finalists, and then those 8 finalists are recognized at the national banquet, which this year was held in Rapid City, so that was kind of nice. And of those 8 finalists, they name a national winner, and I was honored and very humbled that I was selected. There were many great candidates, but again, it's a national award, so it is really a humbling experience for me.
Coach, you've had an opportunity to at St. Thomas More to be a part of a tremendous tradition, and traditions they don't happen. They're built. They happen over time. I always say every program, every team, in it some way, shape, or form, they live in one of 3 places. They hope to win, they expect to win, and they sometimes have that overarching confidence. Deep down, they really believe they know they're going to win. There's something about St. Thomas More football. The run of 10 consecutive Black Hills Conference championships, truly remarkable. All the trips to the Dome. They're just there's something special about this program, and I feel really blessed just to be a part of it the last half decade, and there's something about this team. I really felt like we crossed a threshold with that advancing out of the second round, getting over what was a bit of a drought as far as the East River playoff road games for the program, and it just feels like something exciting is in sight, and I just hope that this is not just a season for you, but just kind of a great season in the sun, so to speak. And I know one thing: the better the team, the better the season, the faster it goes by. And I hope that you really enjoy this. Do you have, as we close our conversation tonight, any message you want to share with all of the fans with St. Thomas More football?
Well, I'd just like to say St. Thomas More football has been great for me, great for our coaches. We have accomplished a lot, many Black Hills Conference championships, many region titles when they had the region in play. Been to the Dome 6 times, been runner-up 6 times. So this program really only has one more step to take, and we are hoping that we take that step this year and be able to say that we are state champions in November. So I know the players enjoy when we have big crowds, so just come out and support us and cheer us on, and we'll try to do our part to bring home a title in November.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's Craig DeWatney. We're now going to bring in head coach. Oh, we got 2 players? All right. Okay, great. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take a moment and just share some thoughts as we have a pair of players that we didn't have a chance to talk to earlier today that we're going to spend some time with. And then head coach Austin Hagen will join us for our final part of this look ahead to 2025. Well, I guess some thoughts that I have about St. Thomas More football coming into this season is I think there's something very special in how this team is constructed. You have a senior class that has been identified for many years as a special class. When the Cavaliers reached the Final Four last year, it really made the state championship feel like an attainable goal. Until you play in the month of November, deep down, it's hard to envision raising that trophy at the end of the year. But the Cavaliers did reach winner South Dakota in November, and they did earn the respect of everyone, coming out as an 11 seed and advancing all the way to the state. The First Bank Cavalier Sports Network, First Bank Cavalier Sports Network, a part of your every Friday night if you can't make it under the lights to the game. We'll be bringing you every home game and road game as we have throughout the last 5. We will start with a home game against defending Sioux Valley, the Sioux Valley Cossacks. That will be an anticipated game. I know since I have lived here in Rapid City, I've never seen a game where both teams in the game are ranked at the same time in the state polls. That may certainly happen when Sioux Valley plays STM. The rankings are yet to be announced. Well, we're now going to go ahead and bring in some great players, and we're going to have some fun chatting with each of these players. Who wants to go first? We'll have you just come on up and have you take a seat. And what's your name, young man?
Caleb Wald.
Caleb Wald?
Yeah.
So Caleb, are you Noah's brother?
Yeah, I am.
All right. So Caleb, I guess first of all, are you in the 8th grade or are you a freshman?
I'm going to be in 8th grade.
Okay. So you're a part of a football family. I'm sure Grandpa Wald's going to probably watch this. He's probably just as excited as could be, pointing to the camera right now or the screen saying, hey, that's my grandson. There's something special about STM football, and the Walds have been a big part of the tradition. And what is it that you like most about football?
I just love the energy that it has, all the teammates coming together, having so many great memories. Just going out, playing on the field, just having fun.
What positions do you play?
Quarterback and defensive back.
Which one do you like the most right now?
I'd have to say quarterback.
All right. So have you had some epic duels with your older brother in the backyard?
I mean, not a whole lot. I mean, usually we get along pretty well. We don't fight a whole lot.
I wasn't looking for the fighting. I was just wondering if you guys like to just, I don't know, get some guys in the neighborhood together or do you guys just play together?
Sometimes let's go in the yard and just play catch, just us two, just throwing the ball around.
That's great. We're talking with Caleb Wald. Caleb, so right now you're at St. Thomas More Middle School. You're kind of looking ahead towards St. Thomas More High School. Every day's an adventure, and are you excited to get the new school year started?
Yeah, I'm really excited. We got a good group of kids coming up for a while here. Like these next few years, I think we'll be pretty good.
I think we're going into a golden age. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, I feel like these next 6, maybe even 7 years will be pretty good.
So with the game of football, you love playing quarterback. Do you have any favorite quarterbacks out there? Your older brother said Patrick Mahomes. Does that apply to you too, or do you have another NFL quarterback that you like a little bit more than Mahomes?
I like Josh Allen a lot. He's a good guy.
I love Josh Allen. He just puts himself out there every play, and yeah, I think it's neat to watch football in today's NFL because you have different kinds of quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of different types. Some that throw a lot, run. They do it all.
Well, Caleb, anything you want to tell the fans out there that this may be your first broadcast interview on the Cavalier Sports Network, but something tells me we'll be talking to you a lot down the road.
Yeah, just work hard, and you can achieve a lot.
Thanks so much, Caleb.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's Caleb Wald. We're now going to bring Xander Zanstra. Is that correct? Yeah. Xander in. Xander, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And I've heard a lot about you. You know, when I went to high school, there used to kind of be this tradition at Creighton Prep in Omaha of what we called the Super Frosh, or that freshman that everyone just keeps talking about. And it seems like that might be you this year in talking to Coach Hagan. You, from what I understand, absolutely love the game of football.
Yeah, I definitely do.
So what is it that you like, and what positions do you play?
I play wide receiver, a little bit of running back, and then defensive back. What I like about football is I kind of just like the whole game, but probably just getting to be part of a great team.
Well, this is a great team, and there's so much you can learn from the older players. You just try to like kind of hear what they're saying, or just be around as much as you can.
Yeah, I definitely try to learn as much as I can from them because we got a lot of great seniors this year and upperclassmen.
So, as a freshman, you're a member of a very important component to this program, and that's your freshman class. We didn't have a chance today with our training camp preview to talk to a lot of other freshmen, but tell us about some of your buddies on the freshman class if you can.
Well, there's a really small class of us, so there's only 3, including me. The other 2 are both great kids. They play line, and I think they'll be good. So.
Can you tell us their names?
Oh, yeah, Benjamin Smith and Thomas O'Meara.
All right, that's great. And I guess let's see, I'm trying to do the math here. That's going to be the class of 29 for football or for graduation?
Graduation.
It'll be 29. All right, very cool. Well, what as far as coming up through the different levels of football so far, what's been a big takeaway from you that you try to apply to get better at all times?
Just to work hard and just always try your best.
Awesome. Hey, it's great to meet you, Xander. Thanks for making time and being a part of our training camp preview.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's Xander Zanstra. And now we will talk to head coach Austin Hagan as we close out our training camp coverage for 2025. Coach, there are such things as new traditions. I don't know about you, but this has felt like Cavalier Hard Knocks today. It's been a blast. Thanks so much for opening the doors of Cavalier football to our Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network today.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here. It's a really cool experience. I know the players are really enjoying it, and like you said, a little new tradition, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and look forward to watching them all back.
Well, it's a tradition we want to do year in, year out because it's special to see teams come together. You know, when I was going through Catholic school, we had retreats, and I still remember moments being around a candle, you know, and just being around other guys in my class. And, you know, there's something amazing about the bonding and the brotherhood, as one of your players said earlier today, that builds and you know, when you have a team that's unified, a team that will play hard for one another and will hold one another accountable, it's got to be one of the most satisfying and awesome places to be as a head coach.
Absolutely, it's very much so a family atmosphere. Everybody says that, and that's what they want. And I think that's St. Thomas More as a whole, really community-driven, really close. You know, everybody cares for each other and wants to see everybody succeed. And you see that in our football team and our football players. It could have been really easy for them to roll over after going 0-2 last year. and to start the season, and just trusting in one another, and believing in one another, and caring for each other the way they do. Yeah, it's something very special.
So I talked to Kelvin Torvey, a friend of ours with Post 22 Baseball, and you know, one of the common things he said all summer about a number of guys who were on this team, and you could see it with the Post 320 guys as well that are Cavaliers, you know, and that is these guys are competitors. They are fierce competitors, and when you put fierce competitors together, you get high energy.
Yeah, they, like you said, and that was our big thing going into this. I wanted to see these guys compete. I knew they would, and the way they can elevate each other and just keep raising the standard. And they don't care who they play, win, lose, or draw. They're going to give it their best effort. They just want to compete. And when you have guys that are that dedicated and willing to compete the way they do, good things are eventually going to happen.
So you're in your 6th year in the program. Taking a step back, you had an opportunity to you know, play for, be around your father, Coach Scott Hagan, who's on the staff, and tell me if we are at a place where you saw the program that you're at the Sisseton, as right? Yep. Sisseton. Are we at kind of a moment or a place in time where you kind of go back to either your own playing days or watching your father coach the team, where you're like, I know where we are right now, and this is what I want to see, or this is where I want this to go?
Yeah, for sure. You know, we're right there where we want to be, and we want to be able to do this consistently for years to come. I think that's the biggest thing, and really just keep building this program. It was already in a great spot to begin with, and we just want to keep building on those things. And, you know, you can't ever stop, you know, growing as a team and doing those types of things. But I think we're very close. The confidence in this team, and it's not really that arrogance, cockiness. Like, they truly believe in what they say and what they do. And I know we have talked about, you know, the 3 phases of a football team, and we expect to win football games. I think we really do, and that's our thought process going into this season, especially, you know, week 1, great matchup with Sioux Valley. They reloaded from last year, and we get to have them at home, and those are the teams we want to play, and it'll give us a great benchmark to know where we're at as a team. And I know win, lose, or draw that game, we're going to continue to get better no matter what, but we fully expect to go into that game to win it.
And that first game is a game I'm sure every football fan in the state of South Dakota will circle or pay attention to, especially August 22nd, because the larger classifications will not have even started playing yet. I think it may very well be the most talked about game in the state right out of the bat. I don't know about you, 2 weeks is not a lot of time to get ready for a season.
No, it's really not, and it goes by so quickly. And, you know, just try to do the things you do well and perfect those things, you know, if that means keeping a smaller playbook, whatever it is, and just go out there, compete to your best of your abilities, execute your assignments, and hopefully be ready to roll. And then, you know, there's going to be, you know, things that go wrong. It's a sport, and it's week 1, and but just to move past that, the next play is the most important play, and our guys understand that, and I'm excited to see that on August 22nd.
So looking ahead to this season, we are playing all of the same opponents. It's one of the schedule cycles that we have. So everybody we play this year, we played last year. That sometimes can get you into a trap. I know as a Nebraska football fan, I remember Nebraska losing to Syracuse in 1983 after they had defeated the Orangemen 63-7 the previous year. And they went to the Carrier Dome the next year, and they got stunned. Sometimes you got to be careful about playing a team that you were able to win convincingly against the first time you played them.
Absolutely, yep. Every game, you know, and that's the one game you want to focus on. That's all we're focused on, is one game at a time, being 1-0, and that's in everything we do. 1-0 in the weight room, 1-0 in the classroom, and just putting our focus on that to be the best we can be. And you know, we do play quite a few really good teams, and we're going to have to be at our best to beat those teams, and not overlook anything, and just be as detail oriented as we can be.
Coach, you make it fun for the players to play for this program. You could feel it today, you could see it today, but when you've got everybody buying in, I always say this applies to anything in life. There's a fine line between taking what you do seriously and taking yourself too seriously. And I just like kind of where the settings, to use a technology term, are with this program. Anything you can say to that?
Yeah, it's, at the end of the day, it's high school football, right?
Yeah.
But they're all putting in this work, and they're working extremely hard, and they have, for the off season and their spring workouts and open fields in the summer, and they have big goals and they want to achieve them. And they're such a close, tight-knit group, and they just get along really well. So you're playing football with your best friends, like your true best friends, and they have a blast doing it. So just the culture of that, and that's really player led, and it's a nice thing to see. Nobody's butting heads. Everybody's trying to help each other out, pick each other up, and like I said, it's truly a family on this football team, and the players have done a great job of setting that standard and getting the young guys to buy into that.
Well, the program is in a very special place right now. This is a very special season coming up. And to close out our conversation, Coach, I just want to genuinely say thank you for the opportunity for our network, for myself to be a part of the program. And my hope is that we'll go back and watch this in a couple of months after something very important, very significant has happened.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for being here and the work you guys put in, not only for this broadcast, but all the ones you do for us. Meet the Cavaliers, streaming our games, the whole 9 yards. It's greatly appreciated, and I know the boys really appreciate it, so thank you guys, truthfully.
Well, thank you, Coach. All the best. Enjoy the next couple of days here at training camp at Terra Sancta, and that's going to do it for our Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network coverage, our 4-segment presentation. We enjoyed looking ahead this morning, looking back at last season. We enjoyed having Ryan Messick, Activities Director at St. Thomas More High School, join us. In the second segment today, we had our defensive preview in segment 2, our offensive preview and special teams conversation with Carter Stamper, the kicker, in the third segment. And we just brought you some exciting interviews with defensive coordinator Craig Nowotny and head coach Austin Hagan, along with Caleb Wald and Xander Zanstra, two of the younger bright lights in St. Thomas More football. Well, for Regan Dewar and for our technical director, Braden Strain, this is Mike Fell saying thanks for watching. Go Cavs. We will bring you Lady Cavalier soccer coming your way a week from tomorrow on Friday the 15th, as the Lady Cavs host the Vermilion Tanagers, and we bring you Lady Cavalier soccer to start our play-by-play presentation of what will be an active showcase of football, volleyball, and girls and boys soccer in the fall of 2025. For all of us, thanks for watching, and good night from Terra Sancta. Good night from Rapid City, South Dakota.